Hey everybody, Chris Gallagher here. This is the Preacher's Pen Friday 5, and I wanted to share with you just a few things really quick. But I want to share this from a deep concern that I have for our churches, and you'll understand that here in just a minute. But you're probably planning to do something this weekend. I know right now it's raining here in Alabama, which is actually still a really nice day outside, and I enjoy the rain more than I think a lot of other things. But one of the things I wanted to share with you as you plan your weekend is I want you to keep an eye out for somebody on Sundays. Sundays is a day when the church gathers together, and we've got a lot that goes on Sundays, but I want you to keep an eye out for several different people. Now, you've probably already jumped ahead of me, so you know exactly what I mean. But, when we come together as a spiritual family, if we really want to be a family, then we need to keep our eyes out for somebody. We need to keep a watch on. We need to see how we can help and whom we can serve. So the first thing that I want you to remember is to keep an eye out on Sunday. But keep an eye out for these 5 people right here on the Preacher's Pen Friday 5, something that you can take home with you and something that you can put into practice. When you come together for worship on Sunday, keep an eye out for the widows. Widows, and I'm going to say widowers. The Bible tells us in James chapter 1 and verse 27 that pure and undefiled religion is to visit the orphans and widows in their affliction. Not only to visit them, that's not just to stop by for a few minutes, but that's to take care of. So maybe you see a widow who you know that they may need something on a Sunday morning. You can help them out or know during the week, or maybe even just ask them what you can do. But keep an eye out for the widows of your congregation and see how you can serve them. Number 2, the second group that I want you to keep an eye out for is orphans. Now, you may not have any orphans like we typically think of orphans, like little orphan Annie in your congregation, but you might have some children whose parents aren't even there. And what I mean is they live in the same house, but they're just not there. They might be modern day orphans. And you may be able to reach out to them, to mentor them. You may be able to help them out, to send them a small package of cards. In fact, sometimes all that you really need is you just need a card to send somebody. Go out and buy a pack of cards for $1 and send them and let them know that you're thinking about them. It may just be that you're going to reach out to them and you're just going to give them a pat on the back and let them know you're proud of them. But there are some modern day orphans who do not get the benefit of those who are growing up with spiritual parents who are guiding them in the right way. So keep an eye out for widows. Keep an eye out for some orphans, maybe modern day orphans. Number 3, keep an eye out for those that are weak. The Bible tells us in Romans chapter 15 and verse 1 that those that are strong are to bear the burdens of those that are weak. We know that we're to bear the burdens of those that are struggling, even in Galatians chapter 6, and we might need to reach out to them. Let's just see how we can help them. Because everybody, when they come in on a Sunday morning, they can put on a super suit of Christianity and we can act like everything's okay and everything's great. But when we leave, we may be just decimated and depressed. But we can reach out to those individuals and ask, how can we help? What can we do? Take that active role instead of being very passive and waiting for everybody to come to you. So watch out for the widows. Watch out for the orphans. Watch out for those that are weak. Number 4, watch out for the suffering. The Bible tells us in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, as we gather together, when one suffers, we all suffer. The church is not a perfect place because we're humans. We make mistakes and we have emotions and we have feelings. But look for those that are hurting, those who may need a pat on the back, those who might need a card, as we mentioned earlier, those who just might need a phone call, a text message, those who might need your help. They just might need a shoulder to cry on. And you can be part of that. But look out for them. Keep your eyes open beyond your own scope of friends and to see who else you can help. So number 1, widows. Number 2, orphans. Number 3, the weak. Number 4, the suffering. And number 5, keep an eye out on those people that are growing. The Bible tells us in 2 Peter chapter 1 to add to our faith virtue, to virtue knowledge. Now, you know how that progresses, but it says in 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 10 that if these qualities are yours and they are ever increasing, then you will not fail. Keep an eye on those that are growing. The reason is you can learn from them. You can learn from them as your spiritual family, and you can ask them, how are you growing and how can you help me out so that we can all grow together? So some people to keep an eye out for on this weekend, and as you go into your worship on Sunday, watch out for those widows, watch out for the orphans, watch out for those individuals that are weak, those that are suffering, and finally, watch out for those that are growing. But thank you for being here today. My name is Chris Gallagher. Thank you for being a part of the Preacher's Pen Friday 5, and we look forward to seeing you soon. But I hope that you have a great service this weekend. Be blessed and serve the people around you.